How's it going, everybody? It's the Keenest Fox here. Today it's my channel where I talk about anime, video games, and cartoons, most notably Sonic and Ninja Turtle lore. And today, of course, I am talking about Sonic the Hedgehog and why do I respect Sonic 06 and even Shadow the Hedgehog over Sonic Colors Ultimate and Sonic Forces, pretty much. So, I just played Sonic 06 recently, and I just beat it like not too long ago, and I wanted to kind of talk about it. I even actually bought a whole new Xbox and everything just to play it because I still have my old copy of Sonic 06. And personally myself, I just enjoy playing Sonic 06. Sonic 06 is actually like one of my top 10 favorite Sonic games. Like, I know it's not perfect, of course. I'm like, come on, the whole world, like everybody would tell you that, who has had the privilege of playing Sonic 06, but still. Sonic 06, I don't think it's as bad as everybody has it pegged to be and whatnot, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that here, and I might do a few more videos talking about Sonic 06. Hell, I might actually make a video talking about Princess Elise and why I think she's a very underrated character. But regardless, yeah, that's even why I made that video on that you-know-who the other day and stuff, because I thought his Sonic 06 story rant was just terrible. But yeah, but honestly, I feel like Sonic 06 gets just a lot of unnecessary hate and stuff. I don't think it's really warranted. Like, at least like some of it, yeah, I can understand why some people would definitely say it's either the worst or why it's not perfect and whatnot. And if you think it's not good or you don't like the story or whatever, that's cool. But first myself, I disagree. I actually think, yeah, the story is pretty good. Hell, that was the whole reason why I wanted to buy the game, because I heard a lot of stuff went down. And I was like curious. The game came out when I was in like elementary school, and then by the time I was in like high school and stuff, and I had my own money, went and bought Sonic 06, and I was like, wow, I really like the story and stuff. The gameplay's all right. Like, it's not really like that bad in my opinion. Like, I would say the best characters to play as is Sonic, Shadow, and Blaze. Some of the other characters could either be improved on, like Silver or Tails or something, or Knuckles. Since Silver is kind of a relatively new character and he brings a new gimmick of using telekinesis, of course that's new. Tails' is little dummy ring bombs. Honestly, they could have just replaced that with his tail swipe. I think that would have been a much more better option, like in Sonic Adventures 1. But yeah. What else? Knuckles, yeah, definitely could have been better. Rouge, I think Rouge is okay. Amy, Amy is kind of pretty agile, but yeah. But I wanted, like, yeah, but they should have probably made her a little bit more swifter, and I just hate how when she does her little double jump, she just stops midair and just does another jump, which is kind of impressive, but still. And then the invisibility isn't really, is just, underutilized, so just a lot of stuff. But regardless, though, I think Sonic 06, I like playing the game, though. I think it's pretty decent and whatnot, and honestly, I would rather play Sonic 06 than most of the games they have out today, besides maybe Sonic Mania, of course. So, anyways, I'm going to put up a clip of, like, some people just hating on Sonic 06, and then I'm going to just do my whole debunk thing of why I think that's the, just debunking it entirely.
Characters in writing are just laughable.
The one that defeats and seals you in the future is me.
Just as a flower comes from a seed, or a chicken comes from an egg, everything has an origin.
Anyway, the animation sucks, the story sucks, the theme song is so annoying, the characters are so annoying, the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions suck. But for the PC remake, never tried that one, but I hope it'll be better than this one. And Jason Griffith as Sonic and Shadow in this one? I'm sorry, man, but this is your worst Sonic and Shadow performance I've ever seen in my life, even for a Sonic game. Amy Pallant as Tails? He's so annoying. I love him in the other games, but in this one, he's super annoying. And Mike Pollock as Eggman? I got nothing else to say. Let's move on.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping. What is up, man?
Don't be late.
Same to you.
It's so unfair. Shadow's always here to defend the world. Despite that,
Eventually, when something or someone is seen as too powerful, it is seen as a threat. And then the world becomes its enemy.
Shadow? Even if you believe everyone in the world will be against you, know that I'll always remain by your side. Remember that.
I will.
If you guys want to play a good Sonic game, go play Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic and the Secret Rings, Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic Generations, Sonic Lost World, and Sonic Forces. Those are way better than Sonic 06. You know what, guys? I'm done with this game.
Alright, so before I start talking about Sonic, Sonic 06 actually, I'm going to talk a little bit about Sonic Colors Ultimate and Sonic Forces and whatnot, give you my opinions and my takes on that, and why I just don't think that they're, why I'd rather play Sonic 06 or Shadow the Hedgehog over these two games. Okay, now Sonic Colors Ultimate, I'm not going to lie to you, I've never played Sonic Colors Ultimate. I played Sonic Colors, back on the DS, and I played it on the Wii and whatnot, and yeah, it was a fun game on both of those platforms and stuff, I did enjoy playing it, but eventually for me, like Sonic Colors, it just got so like repetitive, and I got so like bored of it and whatnot, because it's easy to beat, and not to mention there's nothing like really that makes me want to like come back to the story in the first place. Which, granted, I like to play games, of course, for the story and whatnot, of course, but I'm not saying that gameplay isn't important either. I feel like gameplay and story both have to like balance each other out. Like you like the story has to make you at least care for the character and their progression and stuff and whatnot and that kind of thing. That's the type of thing that I'm just into, I guess. But anyways, Sonic Colors Ultimate. So I didn't really bother buying Sonic Colors Ultimate because I just I asked myself what would be the point of buying Sonic Colors Ultimate, just to get it on a different platform or something. This is before all those reviews and stuff about Sonic Colors and stuff, or why everybody was saying Sonic Colors Ultimate was like trash and whatnot. Like I was like, yeah, I'm glad I did not buy this when it first came out, because I was just like, yeah, I've already beaten Sonic Colors like plenty of times and stuff, so why would I want to like just buy a new Sonic Colors and stuff? Not to mention I traded in a bunch of times too, so like I traded in my DS, and then I heard a lot of things about the Wii version, and I was like, alright, well let me get the Wii version. So I got the Wii version, played it, beat it, and I was just done with it, pretty much. That's just how it went. So, anyways, I wasn't really too impressed or taken back with Sonic Colors. So, Sonic Colors Ultimate, again, we already know the plot's not really much to think of. It's just, kind of feels like a Saturday morning cartoon. Sonic and Tails work together to try and stop Dr. Eggman, who's trying to build a mind control device by harnessing the energies of the aliens known as the Wisps, so that he can, basically he built an amusement park to attract the Wisps, and then he's trying to use their energies to create a mind control ray or something, basically. So yeah, I'm just not like, how do I put this? So yeah, that's just the plot. So I'm not really too invested in the plot like that. And the game, like I said, I already played the game. The game was fun then, and I'm kind of just done with it now, I guess. So I just don't have any reason to like buy Sonic Colors Ultimate. But I guess if I did have a reason, it would probably just to have like a game on the platform or something. So I was like, yeah, I'd rather buy like Sonic Origins and stuff. And then Origins came out, and I was like, yeah, that trailer looks clean as hell. But yeah, I always plan to on buying Sonic Color. I mean, so not Sonic Color, Sonic Origins and stuff. All right, so Sonic Forces. Now, personally myself, Sonic Forces is kind of a meh game. It's all right. Like I would give it between a B minus or a C plus if I'm going to be honest with you. But I have a lack of respect for Sonic Forces and for what it is and stuff. And I'll probably get into the reasons as to why. Like for example, all right, or not for example, but for starters, all right. Back in like 2017, when you first saw the trailers and stuff for Sonic Forces, it kind of comes off like this. So basically, Eggman's taking over the world. There's this new edgy looking character named Infinite and stuff who has this pretty badass looking design. He wears a mask and stuff, and he's got this like crazy like power and stuff, right? Like dude's like, I don't know, vicious or something. So you're thinking, okay, who like yeah, you're just a lot of stuff is going on. You're wondering what's going to happen in the story. And definitely, these answers definitely pop up when you see like Shadow, Chaos, Metal Sonic, and Zavok, which I don't think Zavok has much of a presence, but definitely like Chaos and Shadow, like holy shit. And then of course you're gonna get a Metal Sonic boss fight. Oh my god. So a lot of stuff, right? And then when the game actually does come out, and then the story and stuff, these yeah, pretty much Infinite beats Sonic and captures him, and then Eggman keeps Sonic as his prisoner for like 6 months or so. And then pretty much turns out that these aren't even the real like Shadow, Chaos, Metal Sonic, or whoever, Savok. It's all just an illusion or some kind of energy construct created by Infinite and stuff that he basically has like an army of these guys pretty much. It's like, okay, yeah. But still, regardless, you can still fight some of these guys as as bosses and stuff. But it turns out that like you can't even fight, like you can only like play like at least half of these guys. Like Zavok and Metal Sonic are like bosses, but like Shadow and Chaos, they're not. They don't. They're just like literally just background characters in this game and stuff. Like you can't, play against them. And even though you get like DLC and stuff with like Episode Shadow is like 3 missions long. It's like literally just 3 missions. Like that's not. That's like honestly, you can probably play them for like 10 minutes and that's it. Like, yeah, I'm like, wow, that's kind of pretty lame. And then, of course, Supersonic, they made them DLC in here, which a lot of people definitely had a problem with that. Because Supersonic is more of something you have to earn, not something you have to, like, just buy with DLC and stuff, But, anyways, so yeah, I mean, I'm glad I didn't have to buy it, because around the time when I did decide to get Episode Shadow and Supersonic, the shit was practically free. But anyways, I just have a lack of respect mainly because this game is solely just a cash grab, and they tried to use the whole bait and switch by using this whole Sonic is there's this new Infinite character, he's faster than Sonic, which that turns out to be bullshit, which I knew that was bullshit to begin with because come on, Sonic's the fastest thing alive. Come on, this new character Infinite is going to be faster? Yeah, no way. But he's using some kind of illusion or something basically to like I don't know, to create energy constructs and like whatnot. What I just said, of Zavok, Chaos, Metal Sonic, and Shadow and stuff, and just have them take over the world and all that jazz. So of course that happened. Which again, they're mostly using a lot of nostalgia baiting and stuff like that. They have classic Sonic in this game, which probably makes no sense to have classic Sonic in this game, and plus, classic Sonic was probably the worst character that you can possibly play as in the game. So yeah. Not to mention, you had a bunch of some of the main Sonic characters and stuff like Team Chaotix, Silver, who else was in this game? Amy and stuff. Of course, Knuckles, Shadow and Rouge and Omega. Yeah, you had all those guys, and they didn't really. You couldn't they're just non-playable characters, and it's kind of a waste because you can play as these characters back in like Sonic Heroes or hell, Sonic 06, right? And they actually do a lot of things, and they really contribute a lot to the plot, rather than just, But, I mean, to be fair, I mean, yeah, they did contribute in ways where they were, like, doing, like, I don't know, missions and stuff or whatever, but I'm saying, like, you just don't get to see that, of course, or they don't help you at all during the game, none of that. Knuckles, I kind of mentioned a little bit a while back in one of my videos how I was saying that, Knuckles kind of wasn't really written that well, and I think it was my Evan Stanley video actually, which kind of made me think, because like Knuckles is like kind of Sonic's equal in a way, right? Like he's like pretty much just as strong as Knuckles is. I mean, as Sonic is fast. So why didn't Knuckles just also try to take on Infinite by himself, or take on like Dr. Eggman and just overthrow it himself? That probably would have been a good chance to actually give Knuckles some shine, in my opinion. But regardless, though, yeah, they just made him this whole rebel leader and stuff, which that was kind of a waste. But still, I mean, yeah. So just a lot of stuff here. Sonic Forces, I think they at least had some good voice acting and stuff, but other than that, it's just the game is just too easy, you know? Like, yeah. So that's just my gripes with Sonic Forces as a game and stuff. That, like, first off, they it's mostly just a cash grab. They do a bait and switch where you can only fight like half of the characters that was introduced in the trailer, that being Metal Sonic, which isn't even the real Metal Sonic, and Zavok, which again, that isn't even the real Zavok. And then, of course, Infinite, but you can't fight Shadow, and even if you get the Shadow DLC, you only play it for like 3 missions and stuff, which that's pretty lame. And then you can't even play as Chaos, or not play as Chaos. You can't even fight or whatever as Chaos. Like, Chaos is literally just there. Like, that's, like, what? So, yeah, and then, of course, it's nice to see the heroes and stuff, like, nice seeing, like, Sonic's friends and whatnot, like, yeah, but, come on, as non-playable characters, this is what I'm saying, like, one of my biggest things is I actually want to, like, play as, like, some of the other Sonic characters and stuff, you know, because it's been a while. But anyways, yeah, and then yeah, so bait and switch, nostalgia and stuff. I feel like they have a really like I feel like for like Sonic Team, they're trying to like combine like whatever previous game they had that they thought had worked in the past. So like, you know, since Sonic Unleashed worked so well, or Sonic Colors, they try to like apply it to everything else. And then Sonic with, you know, Sonic Colors with the Wisps and stuff, they try to use the Wisps as power-ups and all that jazz, and you know how it is. So Sonic Forces, though, yeah, I'm just not exactly the most ideal Sonic game, and I probably wouldn't recommend buying it. And I just don't have as much as respect for like Sonic Forces as I do for like Shadow of the Hedgehog or Sonic 06, which those are games I would rather play, and games that I actually could actually have like, you know, fun with actually. Alright, so I'm going to talk about Shadow of the Hedgehog a little bit and stuff, the game, that is, not the character. But anyways, yeah, before I start talking about Sonic 06, which this video is mainly about. But anyways, Shadow of the Hedgehog. So basically, Shadow of the Hedgehog, we already know it's supposed to be the spin-off game of Shadow of the Hedgehog, the character himself, the second most popular Sonic character and stuff in the series and everything. And the thing about like Shadow of the Hedgehog, the game, is that I actually enjoy playing Shadow of the Hedgehog. You know, ever since I was a kid, I was wanting to play Shadow of the Hedgehog as well. You know, like when I first heard about it and stuff, I was like, oh snap, looks pretty cool. But yeah, it's a very gimmicky game, of course. You know, it's definitely like a whole nother, just a whole nother, yeah, it's not definitely a whole nother, like something that's way different from Sonic games, of course. You know, you got Shadow out here riding motorcycles, trucks or whatever, carrying weapons and stuff, whether it be swords, katanas, blades, guns, whatever. Shadow got it all because he's not Sonic. So yeah. But Shadow of the Hedgehog, though, I mean, yeah, the story isn't exactly perfect. They pretty much just I guess retcon this whole Shadow to have this whole stuff with the black arms and stuff, this connection or ties to the black arms and stuff and whatnot, and that Professor Gerald had created Shadow from Black Doom's DNA and stuff, who was Shadow's true dad and whatnot, pretty much. But yeah, but the thing about like Shadow the Hedgehog, though, is that I actually enjoy playing the game, at least. You know, like the story, say what you will, it is edgy trash. I'm not going to lie to you there, and I'm not even going to try to defend it. I mean, I find it to be a lot more interesting, a lot more entertaining than most of the story, like most of the Sonic stories that be coming out nowadays, like in Forces or whatever. But for like Shadow of the Hedgehog, I mean, I at least find the story somewhat entertaining. The acting is not really that great, or it's some of the 4Kids voice actors, which this is actually the first time that they got transferred to the games. But some of the lines is like a little weird, dialogue's weird. I don't know, but regardless, though, I enjoy playing the game. It's actually pretty fun. I actually remember I had this mutual friend back in video game club when I was in school and stuff. Basically, he was saying that Shadow the Hedgehog was a terrible game. He was saying it sucked and whatnot. And take my word for what it is. But he was saying that that it sucked. The game was terrible and whatnot. And I was like, all right. So we're playing Shadow the Hedgehog, right? The introduction, right? We're both like, singing along to the song and stuff. We can't sing, but we were singing along to the intro song and whatnot because that shit was by Crush 40 and that shit was fire. And then we're playing the multiplayer and stuff. And yeah, me and my friends and stuff, we're having a good ass time playing Shadow the Hedgehog. So yes, Shadow the Hedgehog's a very fun game and whatnot. I like the gameplay and stuff. I like the way how it like moves and stuff. It's definitely like, kind of a little emulated from Sonic Heroes a little bit, and then with this whole weapons and stuff, and then the yeah. So pretty much like they definitely do prioritize platforming. So yes, Shadow the Hedgehog, it's a fun game to play and that's actually why I kind of respect this a little bit more so than Sonic Colors Ultimate or Sonic Forces and stuff. Alright, so why do I respect Sonic 06? Now, personally myself, for starters, I actually like the story. And not only do I like the story, I actually think that Sonic 06 had one of the best Sonic stories in regards to the games and probably almost in the whole series. And that's just my opinion, but I actually do think that's the case. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying that it's the best, and I'm not saying that it doesn't have its flaws or it has plot holes or a few inconsistencies. I'm not saying that. Of course, they deal with time travel and all that jazz. Yeah, whatever. But still, just hear me out. Sonic 06 actually does have one of the best Sonic stories, in my opinion. And what I think makes a good story is they make you care about the characters and stuff. They make you care who you're playing as and whatnot, or care for that character's progression and whatnot. Like, for example, you have the new character inside the game, Silver, right? You care about Silver because Silver grew up in a world where pretty much his world has been like devastated because of somebody else's decisions and stuff, which he believed was Sonic, which obviously it wasn't. But pretty much Silver lives in this apocalyptic world where pretty much his entire it's just completely like he lives this whole isolated life, just him and Blaze, and all he knows is just fighting and stuff, just fighting Iblis and just trying to save the world and stuff, and he just has no real means of putting down Iblis. So it's like this constant cycle. So of course Silver meets Mephiles, and we know the story from there. Mephiles tries to trick Silver into killing Sonic so he can so he can pretty much set off Iblis, and then Mephiles wants to merge with him. I get it, but what I'm trying to say is they make you care for like Silver's story, or like Shadow even. Like basically in the future, Shadow gets sealed up and imprisoned by pretty much humanity because they feared Shadow's power and stuff, right? And you kind of like see like Shadow's like expressions and stuff, how he kind of feels, they hear this news about him getting sealed up and captured or whatever, even though it's Shadow's job to protect humanity. He gets sold out like that. Even worse, it's actually one of his own best friends, E123 Omega, who actually captures him and whatnot, just for that purpose. So it's pretty bad. So it's like, oh wow. So what I'm trying to say is, yes, they make you care about these characters and whatnot, and that's, all I think that just needs to, you just need that to make a good story, Of course, that's why I always bring up characterization and stories and whatnot, and why that matters. Then, of course, there's the playability and the gameplay. Personally, myself, I actually do like playing Sonic 06, believe it or not. Now, personally, myself, I feel like Sonic games should definitely return back to like doing the Sonic Heroes route, where you can definitely explore a lot more, and you can definitely I know a lot of people say it's like Sonic Adventure, but I feel like, yeah, Sonic Heroes is definitely like Sonic Adventure, just a lot more fast-paced in my opinion. So I feel like, yeah, if they just stick with that would be awesome. And just, yeah, I feel like they should just dump the boost formula and stuff. I mean, if you want to combine some stuff with like Sonic 06, like bring it back to mock trials, which I know a lot of people won't be enthusiastic about it, but I was like, why not they just use the the mock trials and like combine that with the boost formula and stuff? I feel like that would definitely be a lot more preferable than what we got inside 06. But regardless, I actually like playing Sonic 06. It's actually challenging. Well, not challenging, but it's, yeah, I mean, because it took me like, I just beat it recently. It took me a whole week to do that. But still, I actually had fun playing it. I had fun playing as Sonic, Shadow, and Silver. And then, of course, there are the multiple characters and stuff. You could play as like 9 different characters, of course: Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, Rouge, Omega, and then Silver, Blaze, and Amy and stuff, right? In these 3 episodes. So it's pretty nice. And then, of course, you get the last story. Then, you fight Solaris himself and whatnot. There's a multiplayer. I've never really played the multiplayer because I've never really had anybody play Sonic 06 with me before. But still, and then, of course, the extras and whatnot. My point is, there's a lot that this game I feel like has to offer more so than like something like Sonic Forces or Sonic Colors Ultimate and stuff, where basically in there they just give you this whole like, oh, colors. They give you this rival boss with Metal Sonic and whatever, and Ultimate. That's it. Or like Sonic Forces. It's yeah, basically it's just gimmicky. They just have the new Avatar character, the classic Sonic, the whiffs, the boost formula. It's like they try to combine everything from the meta era into one whole game. That's Sonic Forces, basically. It doesn't really have its own solid identity, and it tries to be edgy too a little bit, but yeah, that's just not working. So I feel like Sonic 06, especially when it comes to the story and stuff, in my opinion, like the story definitely does, I feel like, fit with the Sonic aesthetic. Say what you will, Final Fantasy, whatever, I don't care. It actually does like fit inside the Sonic aesthetic and whatnot, in my opinion. I like the themes, the narratives. I think Elise is actually a decent character. A lot of people may not like her, and a lot of people probably just hate her based off the fact that she just kissed Sonic. Who cares? I actually think Elise has I feel like she's a very underrated character, and a lot of the stuff that she goes through just gets swept under the rug, and people just label her as like, oh, well, she's bland, or basically it's like, oh, Sonic tries to show her the world or whatever, like Watch Mojo was trying to insinuate, which that wasn't the objective of her character. But anyways, yeah, so that's what I'm saying about Sonic 06. So personally myself, I have a lot of respect for Sonic 06, especially more so than like Colors Ultimate and Forces, and I would rather play Sonic 06 and Shadow the Hedgehog more so than these 2 games, and that's just me.
This world was devastated before I was born. A harsh, bleak place where we live in eternal darkness. Life is a struggle, and people live without hope. How did this happen? No one will answer me directly, but they always point to the flames. These flames, they burn away at my world, destroying everything in their path. They come from an eternal life form that we cannot truly defeat, the flames of disaster known as Iblis.
I sense Sonic's presence here. Call it my girlish intuition.
What am I doing?
Sorry. As soon as I find Sonic, I'll help you find who you're looking for, Silver.
This looks so beautiful.
What? You mean this desert?
Everything is so great here, isn't it? The sky is gorgeous and everyone's happy.
Huh?
Let's go. I'll help you find who you're looking for.
So this is where you are. I've been looking for you. What's wrong?
Well, Blaze? To kill someone to save the world. Is that really the right thing to do?
You're so naive. Whether it's right or wrong, I can't really say. But what I do know is, if we don't take this chance, the future will remain exactly as it is.